Pablo Escobar, the man who built a cocaine empire that dominated an entire continent. A drug lord whose fortune was so immense that his name became synonymous with power, wealth, and extreme extravagance. But there is one story that, in an astounding way, encapsulates just how far removed from logic his life had become. A story where Escobar burned $2 million. But why would a man who had everything, someone with an incalculable fortune, do something so absurd? In the late 1980s, Pablo Escobar's Medellin cartel controlled almost all the cocaine that reached the United States. His empire was not only the largest in the world but also one of the most violent. At the height of his power, Escobar had access to billions of dollars. He was literally swimming in money. However, for someone constantly on the run, with an open war against the Colombian government and the United States, things were not so simple. At some point, his fortune turned into a problem rather than a blessing. The story that leads us to that surprising moment begins at one of Escobar's secret hideouts, in an isolated farmhouse in the Colombian mountains. He was fleeing from the police, with his family and close team. One night, his youngest daughter, Juanita, complained about the cold. She needed something to keep her warm. And here comes the surprising part: Escobar, to solve the problem of the cold, took a wad of cash, $2 million, and used it as fuel to start a fire. He literally burned $2 million to heat the house and keep his daughter comfortable. $2 million. That amount of money, while representing the abundance Escobar accumulated throughout his life, also symbolized his absolute disdain for the norms of the outside world. While millions of people struggled to survive, he, with his immense fortune, preferred to destroy it to solve a temporary problem. This act of extravagance, albeit incomprehensible, was just a small part of Escobar's lifestyle. Over the years, other stories emerged highlighting his insatiable thirst for power, his capacity to corrupt, and his profound indulgence. Pablo Escobar was undoubtedly a man of extremes. In his life, everything he touched became monumental, even money. But in the end, what's the point of having more wealth than one can imagine if it can't be enjoyed without the constant threat of death and chaos? Escobar's fate reminds us of the fleeting nature of power. No one can escape justice, not even the man who burnt $2 million for a simple need. And though the story may seem eccentric, it clearly reflects how far Escobar went in his reign of terror.